All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Soai. I'm laughing because I'm thinking to myself, like, America is so big. First of all, New York itself is so freaking big. So I'm in Manhattan today, heading to the WTC, that's the World Trade Center. We're checking out this spot called Tosh Patties. They said that the business was nicknamed after Peter Tosh. So that's where I'm heading today. It's at an event called Smorgasburg. I've been wanting to do this whole summer, but time flew by, never ended up going. I believe that they might close off sometime at the end of October. So if you're just seeing this video, look out for it for next summer, because it's getting cold. Once you see this jacket, you know it's now in fall. It's getting a little bit chilly. All right, let's try to find this spot really quick. Nice fall weather out today. Let's try some patties, man. All right, let's cross the street. One of the craziest things about New York is the bike lanes. If you're not careful, a couple times I'm riding on these lanes and people like just walk out and not even realize I'm going by. So hear this. I finally got a helmet. Yes, after everyone in the comments roasted me into safety. And while I do feel like a superhero on wheels now, I still ride like I'm dodging banana peels carting around New York. Because let's be real, biking around New York City is not for the faint of heart. Negligent drivers are practically a local species. It happened to my neighbor actually. He got clipped by a car and all he said was,
"Yeah, I just tossed my scooter in the closet and took the out."
Why? He didn't have the money to go after the driver. And that's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. When insurance companies hit you with the
"Here's $50 and a pack of gum"
type of settlement, Morgan & Morgan is for the people. And the best part, you don't pay unless they win. They are the biggest injury law firm across the United States with over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. Oh, and just in case if you're wondering if they're legit, they recently won $12 million in Florida. That's 34 times the top insurance offer, and 26 million in Philly. That's 40 times the top insurance offer. So yeah, they don't play. If you ever get seriously injured, your case could be worth millions. And you're only a few clicks away from changing your life. It's really easy. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan with my special link, which is www.forthepeople.com/soy. Found in my description box or by scanning the code that you can find on the screen using your cell phone. So we're walking through Smorgasburg. Today's a Friday, so they're at WTC today, but on tomorrow, on a Saturday, at a different location. There's a bunch of different spots out here, but I'm gonna see if I can find any Caribbean ones. Oh, here we go. They got Jamaican tacos there. Okay, that's interesting. We don't make tacos in Jamaica. That's a fact. We're looking for Tosh Patties, man. We're looking for Tosh Patties. Damn. One thing I know, New York can eat. People say, I can eat. New York can eat, bro. So there's Brazilian, there's Lebanese. I hope these places take tap to pay because I never really walked with a lot of cash. Speaking of money, how did this link up happen? They saw one of my videos and they commented under, and I'm like, yo, I've seen you guys at Smorgasburg. Invite me. So they invited me. So I'm not paying for anything today. I think I'll get at least 5 complimentary items and a drink. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try my best not to be biased and to give you guys my honest interpretation of their, oh, I found it. Definitely found the Tosh Patties. They have it in, I would say, patty colors. Most of the patty companies in Jamaica have the yellow and the red on their logos and some bit of green. So yeah, found it. Here we are, we reach outer Tosh Patties. It says the pinnacle of Jamaican patties. All right, so if you look behind me, there's a bunch of people just sitting down and eating. It's not even a weekend, it's Friday. Like, what the hell, Friday? What's the time? It is now 2:32 p.m. So they say that they're the pinnacle of Jamaican patties. Yo, that is a very heavy statement, yo. Because for me, the pinnacle of Jamaican patties is either one of the top 2 brands in Jamaica. You guys know what I'm talking about. However, looking at the sign there, it says rated #1 beef patty in New York City by New York Mag. That is an amazing achievement to get that type of recognition. And when they say the pinnacle of Jamaican patties, they could be talking about their local community. So we're gonna check out their patties today and see what it's all about. I've never had their patties before. I've seen it on social media, and immediately I'm getting more of a vibe like I don't know if you ever had patties at what's it called again? Devon House. It seems very upscale. I don't know. So let's go find out the prices. Let's see the flavors that they got, and I'll tell you exactly how I feel about one of the best patties in New York, as said by New York Mag.
So we have our OG beef, our curry chicken, our ackee and saltfish, drip mushroom, and our ital chickpea eggplant with sweet potato, chickpea, eggplant, and a whole bunch of spices. That's so delicious.
Damn, what's a hot seller here?
Our best seller is our OG beef, but my favorite one is the ackee and saltfish because I'm a breakfast person. So
that's what's up. So music is a YouTuber's kryptonite. You know that
Yes,
already.
sir.
All right.
Yes,
So we're
sir.
here with
Sahi, Chef Sahi.
Sahi, Chef. Oh, Chef Sahi.
Yes, sir.
So you help them make the patties?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's a collective effort, team effort.
All right. So I'm gonna drop the heavy question on you because
right.
everybody gonna want to know.
Right.
Do you have any bit of Jamaican in you?
Nope, but Tosh does.
Okay.
Tosh definitely does.
All right. Cool. So they tell us about the store though.
Okay, so basically Tosh learned how to do all these patties through YouTube. He was tired of doing his whole bartender thing and decided to like, yo, I gotta be my own entrepreneur. He was
That's what's
doing
up.
hours and hours and hours upon labeling, laminating, understanding different spices and stuff like that. And then he hooked up with Dan. They got together and they took Tosh's patties to a whole nother level. They went through trial and error, the setting up at 14th Street, Washington Square Park, just with a generator and an oven, just trying to sell their patties. It didn't work out as well at first, but through trial and error, they got better and better. They hooked up with Smorgasburg. They had a brick and mortar in Bushwick called PTM for a while. They've just been taking over. So I feel like we're just an up and coming patty company that's, I don't know.
I love the honesty though, because the honesty is like, yo, I want to make some money.
Yeah.
Is it that he loved patties and just like he loved patties?
Yes. Like honestly, his mom had like a specific recipe for her patties, and it's been in the family for a long time, and he just took it and ran with it.
Oh, so he never just saw it on YouTube and went, no. So his mom had a recipe. He went on YouTube and tried to like perfect it.
And then and then on his dad's side, his dad is French, and he comes from a whole background of like pastries,
flaky
and
pastry.
So this is how we got the
Okay.
idea for laminating our patties and getting the several layers with different butters and crusts and textures.
That's what's
so,
up.
So beautiful, man. Such a beautiful thing.
That's dope. What's your favorite?
My favorite one is the ackee and saltfish one. I grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn. I know a whole bunch of Caribbean spots, and ackee and saltfish with dumpling was my go-to for my breakfast. So once I saw that they were doing like little dumplings at our brick and mortar, I was like, well, we have to put this in a patty. And his mom's recipe for ackee and saltfish, divine.
So first of all, what I know about New Yorkers, once you grow up in certain areas, you automatically become a Jamaican, because like, we have so much Jamaican culture around us here. It's crazy. Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay, so you help them to make the patties as well?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay.
I met them at a commissary kitchen about a year ago, give or take.
Okay.
I was doing my own thing, cooking, sous chefing, doing whatever. And we just clicked. Like, we just had a friendship and a rapport that we just knew that we wanted to work together somehow, some way down the line.
Nice.
An opportunity arose, and I was just like, yo, I'm going to go work with these guys because I see from the ground level up, they have good product, they have great work ethic, and they understand what they want to do and where they want to go. So getting them from the ground level was key for me.
That's what's
I have
up.
a culinary background, and I was like, why not bring my 2 cents into here so we can make a full dollar?
So I have a question. So are the patties like fresh? Because you're doing it out here.
Every single time we do these ones, it's fresh. We bake them in the kitchen and bring them here.
Oh, that's what's up. All right, can I get like a little tour of it? All right, let's go. All right, taking you guys a little behind the scenes. Oh, gotta rush through here. Of what it's like here. So this is basically a pop-up shop.
Yes,
you know, this is a great way to start any brick and mortar, get people out to see your food. It's kind of like, definitely street food. Patties are a real staple street food in Jamaica. You can grab it and go, and you can hold it and just walk and do what you gotta do. All right, show me the...
This is our golden boy right here. It heats up our patties, it keeps them warm and fresh, so the moment they come, let me get a patty. Bring them up, 1, 2, 3, inside out. We come right here, boom, scoop a patty out, put it in the sleeve. If you get multiple patties that are different, we stamp them, whether it's beef, fish, chicken, chickpea, mushroom, and
So you stamp the packaging and not the patties itself.
not
Okay, cool.
Stamp them like that, so you know you got a fish one. You stamp on a different one, so you know you got beef.
Okay.
No distractions, no mix-ups.
So most time I go to a patty shop, they always go, oh, do you want mild or spicy? What?
All of our patties are pretty much mild.
Okay.
Because we didn't want to like overcompensate for just being one thing or another.
Yeah.
But we do have a honey scotch bonnet hot sauce that complements it for people who do love spicy food.
That makes sense. All right, show me like the little, okay.
Every time we come through,
Yeah.
we got a whole U-Haul. And we strap these babies down on different trays.
Wow.
Put them in the back of the U-Haul. We got another go-to oven over here that heats up our cocoa bread and everything like that.
You didn't hug this one though, like it's not.
The glass is very sensitive, so I'm not gonna be a hugger on this one.
Okay.
We got our quick one to melt our cheeses when people want beef patty and cocoa
Yeah.
bread and cheese. Melts the cheese very, very fast and everything like that. We have our whole compartment with our sauces, the honey scotch bonnet, the Greek tzatziki, the cheese and everything like that.
Nice.
The bag up, our drinks, and then every here is like our storage, our napkins, our bags, the stuff that we need for our cakes, because we do have our special.
Tortuga, yeah, that's very Caribbean, yeah. There we go. All right.
Yes, sir.
Cool,
We
cool.
got tings all over the place, as you can see.
Re-eating them.
Yes, sir.
So question, I might have forgotten, did you guys have like a brick and mortar yet or not yet?
We do not. We do
So mainly at
have
Smoresburg?
a commissary kitchen in Long Island City.
Explain that to me.
A commissary kitchen is just basically,
Is that like a ghost kitchen?
it's a ghost kitchen with different culinary people come together, and they have their own portion. But every time you go there to cook or do something in there, you're paying. So
Okay.
we have storage there. We go there to produce our patties and everything. We put our patties in a freezer over there. Juices, everything is stored there. So we go there, we cook our patties, and then we come to the market.
That's what's up. All right, so let me put this on the screen. You guys can check it out for yourselves.
That's Micah, that's Tosh, and it's
Tosh's
and Dan.
Patties. All right, so I'm gonna try some patties today.
No problem.
Which
What would you like
one?
to try?
Surprise me, man.
I got you.
All right, let's go.
I got you. No problem. Would you like to try any of them with cocoa bread?
Yes, eventually, but I want to try this patty by itself first. All right.
I'm gonna give you the best of the best, the ones that I like the best.
No, I want to start one at a time.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, we're gonna keep them nice and warm for you.
All right.
Boom, 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 boom. The first one for you to try is the beef one.
Beef one. All right. Here we go. Thank you, sir.
No problemo.
Okay, well, they say when you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do. So apparently everybody comes here, they sit down, they grab their meal, and they start eating. Quick little close-up, Tosh's Patties. Okay, so the first thing I see a little bit of curry on the bag. So I assume that curry or turmeric is used in the coloring of the patties. All right, that's what the crust looks like. Super flaky looking. Not the conventional Jamaican patty shape. It's more just of a crescent moon or a half moon, the Jamaican patty. This one is rectangular. I don't care what shape the patty is. If it tastes good, we're good. All right, let's try. All right, I'll give you a little close-up. I didn't bring my other camera today, so it might be a little bit tricky, but that's what inside it looks like. The beef, the filling. Looking at the beef, I do see that yellowing from the turmeric or the curry. Doesn't taste like curry. So my honest initial first reaction as a person, people call me like, they say I'm the king of patties because I tried so many patties around the city, but they call me a pattyologist. But my initial bite as a Jamaican who's had thousands of patties growing up, it doesn't feel immediately like a patty. It doesn't feel like, oh. And that starts from the bite being different. It's hard to explain. That half moon, when you bite into the first bit, that little somewhat triangular shape, it is engaging. It's super engaging because immediately I start thinking about the end tip. I don't know if you remember as a kid, you want to leave that last bit of that patty to have that bit of meat. It's just like the final boss to complete your patty. The first bite reminds me of, how could I say, it's like, oh, I want to get rid of that first bite because I want to get into the meat. And because it's not the half moon that I'm accustomed to, I kind of lose that experience. However, the immediate bite, I am hit with the meat. Instantaneously, I'm hit with the meat. The feel of the crust is not typical to anything quite Caribbean. It feels very much more elevated. You can see a little bit of the French techniques into this. It feels more like a flakier pastry. The crust is a lot lighter. Overall, the entire bite is a lot smoother. The other day I had a friend that said that she thinks that the juicy patty crust, and she's in Jamaica, she thinks that the crust is too hard. So for people who prefer a more like a softer bite, a lighter crust, this one is perfect. I can even feel just the buttering inside of this crust. You can see it. It's very much an elevated patty. Again, I like to say this. You're in New York. It is not Jamaica. You're not gonna get exactly the same thing back home. Everybody's gonna have their own interpretation on a patty, so I am certain a lot of people are gonna enjoy this. I find that New Yorkers have a pretty elevated taste bud. They have so many different restaurants to go to and try different cuisines that they know the different techniques, they know the different feels and stuff. So there's gonna be a lot of people who's gonna appreciate this. The patty on a whole, where it came from, was very humble origins in Jamaica. It never came with a bunch of technique and all these. I think in French cuisine they call it hot cooking, where everything is done in excessiveness, excessive butters, excessive fats, all those stuff. The typical patty is not that. I think the story was, I think it's like an Asian family, you know, they would make lunch for their kids to go to school, and they made a patty, something simple, something cheap, made the patty. The other kids at school always wanted a bit of that child's lunch, and then from there, it was just like a business that took off. The spice level on this feels like the traditional patty. It's nice, mild spice. The spice is not overbearing. The flavor on the beef itself is good. I would say the texture of the beef, though, is kind of throwing me. It feels a little bit, it feels very refined. Like each bite feels very, okay. A traditional patty, when you bite into it, it feels, sometimes you feel that little bit of like beef grizzle. It's not tough, but you feel those little bites in there. It has a little bit more of a mouthfeel, I would say. This one is very smooth. It's very elevated. So the overall experience is a little bit different, but technique as a flaky pastry that's stuffed with meat is good. It's good. That flake on that patty is very light, very delicate. Okay. Now that we've gotten over the idea that the feel of the crust is not going to be very traditional feeling, the rest of the patty is going to focus on the flavors and the stuffing. Let's go. What patty should I try next? I think I want to try the vegan patty. Vegan patties usually are pretty good. I think they make theirs with chickpea. All right, so I just had my first patty. I had a lot of takes on it. And I want you to tell me if I'm honest. The first bite, it feels a lot more elevated than the typical patty.
Oh, yes, it is.
Was that the intention?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So.
That's all I have to say. So for me, I got like the flakes. It was a lot lighter. Mm-hmm. It's a lot lighter. It's not as crumbly flaky. Nope. It's a very light patty. I think the spice level on the beef was pretty good. I actually like that. I find though that the beef felt a little bit. It doesn't have that texture that the Jamaican beef patty usually has. Is that something that's deliberate?
So we're trying to do like a combination of the Haitian and the Jamaican patty together, which is why you got that.
Okay, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. So I got it right.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I want to try a vegan one.
Nope. Let's go. Jerk mushroom.
The jerk
mushroom.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. We got the jerk mushroom.
Ronnet hot sauce.
Okay.
And this is our Greek tzatziki sauce. Goes well with the vegan patty.
All right, thank you. So we got it. We got it. We got some, I don't remember the name of the sauces already. I forgot the name of the sauces. So you guys will just look at it and say the red and the white one, and I'll tell you guys what I think. Okay, so another part of the experience, like I'm seeing, the butter and the turmeric, it definitely bleeds through. So I should have gotten a napkin. You gotta be careful with that. So we got the vegan patty. I would say nothing to see here in terms of the shape or the difference. Everything on the outside seems pretty consistent for their style of patties. So that's what we look like there. I wonder how they fold this. It's pretty interesting. With food, you have to also understand what the intention of whoever is making the food is. So before you start judging something, just think about their intention. And like I was feeling with the beef, we noticed that they are doing a fusion of both Jamaican and Haitian. So there we go. All right, let's go. Woo! This is a lot hotter than the beef. So already, you're gonna get some good marks on that, because for a good patty, that should always be your first reaction. The moment you bite into it, just like, because of that burst of steam that's pocketed inside of that patty, when you bite into it, no matter what you try, it's gonna rush to your mouth, and it's a part of the experience. Trust and believe that. This one here definitely gives just that. This is a really hot and nice patty here. Immediately I'm getting the mushroom flavor. The contact with the meat is almost immediate on these. I've had experiences in Jamaica where you don't necessarily feel the meat right away. I got a hot patty. Oh, if you're a vegan, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this. My all-time favorite patty in Jamaica is actually vegan, and that's the one from Mother's. That is the power patty. I think it's made with soy. I love that patty. All right, let's look at the inside of this patty. Look at that. This one is giving me a lot more of that traditional inside texture, push up beef feel. It's not beef, it's mushroom. What I appreciate, people here often think that jerk is just pepper. When you're eating a jerk, it should just be like spice, your mouth on fire. That's not what jerk is supposed to be. There's other spice notes or other notes of herbs and spices that you're supposed to taste. In this, I am getting a kick, but it's not the only thing I'm getting. I'm actually getting caressed by some of the herbs and spices that's in here. And the mushrooms on the inside are cooked perfectly. I'm a big fan of mushrooms. Wow, the texture and the heat on this patty for me is perfect. I could eat this patty without the freaking sauce, easy. And you can see that weld of just that juicy sauciness on inside. That's crazy. Okay, so they did recommend the sauce, so I'm gonna be behaved today and actually try something that they tell me to try. First bite with this. There you go. I know a girl that would love this. This dip on a whole is good because it does add a nice cooling experience to the heat from the jerk, but it doesn't feel quite traditional for me as a traditional patty eater. But they're not only catering to Caribbean people. There's a lot of people from Africa, the United States, Asia, all over the world, and maybe they like to dip stuff. For me, I could do without this sauce for this patty. Now the red sauce, I don't remember the name of this, man, but I'm gonna dip into it. I feel so wrong dipping a patty in a sauce. It feels, I'm not gonna even do this again. Culturally, there's just some stuff that people, I know some of you all thinking that in your head. Culturally, some stuff are just really taboo. It's like when I go to the Trinidadian spots, right? You cannot eat roti with a knife and fork. They will crucify you. And for that sauce, the red one, I would not eat it with this patty because this patty is already spicy and that's adding an element of spiciness again, so it's a little bit too much for me. The white one was good because it adds a cooling effect, if that's what you're into. But this patty, for me, I actually prefer this one than the beef. That's crazy. This is that last bite I was talking about. This last bite is monumental. All right, so that was patty number 2. We're gonna be trying 5 today. I've never had 5 patties in my life. All right, let's go for the 3rd flavor. All right, so we get in another one. I don't know what flavor. Don't stamp it. Don't put the stamp on it.
Stamp is already on it. This look
Okay, don't look. All right. All right, so we got the 3rd one. Damn, as I moved, someone took my spot. I found a spot that had like the perfect lighting. Let's see. Oh, no. Yeah, the guy's big for it. Nice. All right, we're gonna stand for this one because we need to get some of that patty down. We're going for 5 today. I don't know what it is. I didn't read it. Okay, so I'm here in the first bite. I might be wrong. I was feeling kind of a fishy gust of wind. Let's try this again. I might be wrong though. I'm too good at this. I was right. So inside there you can see what appears to be like saltfish. Like it's that type of fishy. I can't say it's a mouthfeel, but your mouth and your nose is connected, so they both work in tandem. But I felt it right away. I'm like, yeah, this could be fish. But then it felt kind of curryish. That might have been coming from the crust. So I'm like, maybe it's chicken, because they normally do like chicken with curry. It's exactly what I expect from, I believe this is an ackee and saltfish patty. Exactly what I expect. The inside of the patty is just beautiful. I'm sorry, I didn't bring my other camera today, so you might not be seeing the details. Look at that. You can see all of those spices in there, little bits of ackee. Wow. This is good. This is good. It tastes like a Jamaican breakfast. Which is strange, it actually even beats the beef for me. And these patties are so light. I'm on number 3. It don't feel like number 3, bro. This is like sex when it comes on to a patty. When you do that push up and you see that, ooh, that's good. The filling is on point. Yo, shout out to whoever invented the patty, bro. Like, you and me for eternity, this imagination. Oh, I'm about to, whoa, what the hell? I'm getting too old for this. Good. Okay, so we're at patty number, what did I get? This is a chicken, it's written on it. All right, so there was the officer, like 2 people came up to me like, yo, what do I think? And people are skeptical. Every time we see a beef patty, if you know Caribbean food, like, you can really miss on a beef patty. Everybody thinks that their beef patty is good. And my overall explanation, the same thing I told you guys, the crust is a lot lighter. The beef, I don't think I would order the beef again. For me, it just wasn't really working, but the sawfish, the ackee and sawfish, definitely order that if you like ackee and sawfish. If you're vegan or you're willing to try something new, that jerk mushroom is spectacular. But just be prepared that the crust is lighter. That's it. So I have a chicken patty here. Wow. Again, familiar crust now. Let's go. Let's walk a little bit. This one's also hot. The lower crust is a lot firmer this time. I think it's probably in the heater a little bit too long. Oh my God, that's hot. I'm eating mostly crust at the moment. trying to get to the chicken. The first bit of the chicken that I got just now was a little bit different. But let's see. And for this crust, you can see here, you can see how much softer this crust is, lighter as well. That probably gives you a better explanation on the crust feel. But you should be able to see this is a very hot patty this time around. Again, hotter than the beef. Let's try the meat though. So high marks, I don't experience this often, but I have a nice chunk of chicken there. You can see that white spot there, that's actually chicken. So you know you're getting chicken. The flavor under the chicken though, I don't think I'm a fan of the chicken. It's clearly seasoned pretty well. I'm seeing what seems to be like maybe sweet pepper. Something is giving me kind of a tangy, tart, spicy flavor, that I'm not a fan of. For my curry chicken, I need it to be more salt forward and spicy. This does have the spice, but it's not very savory or umami. Yeah, kind of disappointed because here, surprisingly, I automatically became this big fan of chicken patties. Like, I find the chicken patties from Juicy really taste more like what's back in Jamaica than the beef. So I'm kind of disappointed with this one, but yeah, you might like it. I'm gonna go for my 5th and final patty. All right, so here's the thing. So I thought I was gonna be going for a record of 5 patties today, but I just had 3.5. This is gonna be the 5th one. All right, let's go. So I was also correct on the crust. It's a fusion of both turmeric and curry. I'm not tasting the curry flavor because even with our patties, you don't taste curry. I don't know, I've never tasted curry in the crust of the patty. I'm not tasting the curry for this one, so that's a good thing. Okay. Oh, curry chickpea. What was that? I just ate something, I don't know what I ate. Was it an olive or? How do I feel about this? Damn. I thought I was gonna absolutely love the chickpea because for vegan, curry chickpea for me works well. Okay, so it starts off having a nice little light sweetness, not very sweet. It's very, very mild. Yeah.
So you have a permit?
Oh, we can't film here?
You can't do it, but no tripod.
So apparently you can't film here if it's on a tripod. There's several ways you can film something without there being a tripod. But I really appreciated that. I think culturally some of us can work on that. I like how he came over and he was just like, sir, sorry to bother you, but do you have a permit? Or you can't film, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. Boom, camera, put down, find another way to film. Yeah, I've been to places before and you're just like, yo, Canada. And there's like this, you see, they say, a soft answer turneth away wrath. Anyway, back to my point with this patty here. Honest opinion, I got a little bit underwhelmed with the patty, and here's my thing, my interpretation of the patty. So the inside it's pretty soft. It's really soft actually, and it makes the patty like so.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. It's fine.
I don't see it.
So it makes the patty like super mushy. I already mentioned that the crust is super light. So the crust is light and then you add something that's kind of wet without much form. It's gonna really kind of just change the entire experience of being a patty. The next thing I kind of expected, I really wanted there to be some chickpeas. Like I could feel like the little individual, whether it's full bites or half bites of the chickpea, to kind of add that kind of dimension to it. But if you're not so much of a textural eater and you don't mind having it this texture, I think it's okay. So I think my record is now 4 patties. I think I might have had that in my life, maybe. So what are my recommendations? Heavy on the saltfish, ackee and saltfish patty. That one was really good. Heavy on the, what's it called again? The mushroom patties, that's really good. The other three, I guess your experience can vary. Because I tell people all the time, my taste bud is not the god of all taste buds. I interpret food a little bit different. I try to explain how I feel about the food. And from that, you can make your own decision. So maybe you want the chickpea to be smoother. You don't want to feel the chickpeas inside of it. Maybe you like a softer bite. Then that's going to be perfect for you. All right, I'm going to end the video here. I wanted to go check out some other spots. But yeah, I have an awesome dinner that's going to be cooked at home. And I kind of want to go home and experience that. Talking about experience, if you want to experience my food, I'm going to have some food, some plates actually, October 21st. I'm going to be doing it a little bit more often now. I'm going to be doing it in the week. So you can do your pre-orders, jump on my website, soysauce.com, and grab your plate. If you've had my food before, you know it is. I've been doing kind of secretly on the low. Doing catering plates. I've been cooking for people, private cooking as well for people. So when I'm not filming, I do it. I really have a passion for cooking food, and I love seeing how people interact with Caribbean food. I ain't gonna lie, I've been filming a lot of places here, and I kind of see some of the things that they are not doing, some of the things that they're doing very well. So I kind of want to start adding a little bit to the space. For years, people have been saying to me, like, yo, you need to have a restaurant. So here's the thing. I'm not going to open a restaurant here until I see that I could do at least 1,000 plates. Why? People need to try your food to be like, yo, okay, they like it. As opposed to you thinking that you could cook. You open a restaurant. You get the idea. It doesn't work out? Nah, I'm not the type of person. I'm a very, how can I say, I like taking my time, understanding things and getting really, really good at it. All my friends know I'm super meticulous at anything that I do. And when I give you something, it's gonna be super value for money. All right, I'm gonna head home, go have my home cooked meal, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Remember two things: love, nature, and adaptation. And always remember to keep the link.
If I could take you